Hey everyone, in today's video I'm going to show you makeup and skincare products that have changed my life in 2020. I've done this video last year about all my favorite products of 2019 and I'll link that video down in the description, but in that video I only spoke about makeup. This time I decided to combine skincare and makeup in one. This stuff is magical. I love this Supermatte clearing treatment from Glam. This is the only product I've ever tried that I can see the difference right away the first time I use it. I only dot this mask on active breakouts whenever I have any, and I wake up the next day and they're massively reduced if not gone. I buy this only in mini version because A, it's actually not that expensive when you buy it in mini. B, this mini lasts you for ages. See, I feel like it's more hygienic to use a mini because you use this for a few months and then you throw it away. Next up for skincare, I have a moisturizer that I use every single day and night. I've used many bottles of this. This is Clinique Moisture Surge 72-hour auto replenishing hydrator. I get these bottles which are 75ml, but as you can imagine, since I use this day and night, I have to repurchase this quite frequently. However, I absolutely love it and I will continue to do so. This moisturizer is incredible. It has a gel-like consistency, which means it doesn't clog my skin. If you have dry, combination, normal or oily skin type, you will enjoy this because it's not clogging, it's not creamy, it's not too oily. It actually has a beautiful gel-like consistency that just works perfectly with any skin type. Clinique All About Ice Serum Departing Eye Massage. I bought this because this is basically an eye cream or an eye serum version of the Hydrator, and initially when I bought this I didn't like it. I didn't like it for quite a while after I bought it. I remember feeling very disappointed initially when I used this product because it just didn't feel moisturizing enough for my dry skin, for my dry under eye. However, after giving it a fair go, I started to absolutely love this eye serum. Before I started using this, I was so used to heavy duty eye creams for extremely dry skin that would have very thick white consistency. I just felt like it wasn't doing anything and I couldn't quite understand why this had such good reviews online. And now I use it on a daily basis. I actually have a few tubes of this as well. This is a roll-on eye serum with a very light consistency. Like it says, this is depathing, so you wake up and before you put on makeup you use this. You know, I always find that when I wake up I look worse than I do before I go to bed because my skin is very puffy. I use this before I put on makeup and I just look pretty much instantly more awake. My makeup applies better, my under eyes look better. And lastly for skincare, I'm going to talk about face serum. That's actually really pricey but very amazing. However, for this one I actually have a cheaper alternative from the drugstore that I don't think is quite as good, but it's still amazing for the price tag. So the serum that I want to really talk about and highly recommend for people who are ready to invest in your skin and your skincare is this serum from YSL called Forever Youth Liberator. This comes in a gorgeous bottle and I absolutely love this serum so much. This has incredible reviews online and I would 100% agree with all these reviews. This is the best serum that I've ever used. It makes your skin so plump and so hydrated, and I feel like with time, after you use it several times, you can start to notice that this visibly reduces the appearance of wrinkles, fine lines and wrinkles. Not many serums do. A lot of serums prevent fine lines and wrinkles from happening later down the line, but this serum in itself, because of its plumping benefits and its hydrating plumping benefits, it visibly reduces the appearance of already existing fine lines and wrinkles. If you are looking for a cheaper alternative from the drugstore of that serum, then I would recommend this L'Oreal Revitalift Hydrating Smoothing Serum. This serum again comes in a dropper bottle and has actually this serum is almost gone, so I might not be able to show you, but it has a very similar consistency where It's very hydrating and plumping. It has a different scent. I like the YSL scent more, but this also doesn't smell bad. This serum is also very plumping, very nice consistency, perfect before you go to bed or in the morning before you apply makeup. I don't feel like it visibly reduces the appearance of fine lines and wrinkles as much as this YSL one. I don't like it quite as much, the consistency wise. However, I still feel like it really plumps my face and makes it look nicer. It makes my makeup on top of this nicer. And also with time, I think when using this serum, my skin is in a better condition than if I was not to use either one of those. Okay, so moving on to makeup, the best makeup product of 2020 goes to Collection Lasting Perfection Concealer in an improved packaging and much better color selection, and also possibly improved formula. Collection Lasting Perfection has been one of my favorite concealer for years. I've been using it for years and years and years. In 2020, it became even better than it has ever been before. It's so incredibly cheap, yet so incredibly effective. The coverage of this is phenomenal. I have very severe dark under eye circles and this covers them perfectly. Also, vast majority of concealers crease on me really badly underneath my eyes. This doesn't crease nowhere near as much as other concealers. This is my daily concealer in number 7 Biscuit, but number 8 Beige is also gorgeous and beautiful. I don't know about all the other shades because I've tried number 6 Cashew and it looks more patchy. The coverage is not as good and creases more. Lip products, I want to talk about the same exact lipsticks that I used last year in last year's video. These are liquid lipsticks that have become the only lip products that I use on a daily basis. And yeah, they're making a comeback from last year's video. These are the best lip products that I've ever used, hands down, the best liquid lipsticks, and I've tried so many different brands, high-end drugstore, you name it. This lipstick in the shade Coral Minerals from Physicians Formula is my daily liquid lipstick. I pretty much use this entire lipstick up. There's hardly any of it left in this tube. I desperately need to repurchase because this is my daily lip product. However, this one in the shade Tulip Treatment is also my absolute staple. It is the lipstick that I'm wearing on today. This lipstick I use more for special occasions, for holiday, for nights out. I remember one time last year, I wore this lipstick on a night out and I was staying at my friend's house that day. And I don't know, I feel like I was talking to my friends after we got back from the night out and just sort of fell asleep on the sofa together chatting away after a night out, and we totally forgotten to take our makeup off. And then I woke up the next day and this lipstick was still perfect. After that night out I had McDonald's. On the night out I was drinking alcohol. And for some reason, this lipstick just didn't come off. It stayed on. I woke up the next day and this looked like it was freshly applied. And even then, it didn't dry my lips out. My favorite blush of this year has definitely been this palette. This is blush palette from a brand called Sleek. Sleek is such an amazing brand for drugstore powders. Some of the other products are not as good, but their blushes and their bronzers are incredible. And this blush palette in the shade Lace has been by far my most used and my favorite blush of this year. This used to come with a mirror, but the mirror fell out. I guess glue wasn't strong enough, but I don't really care about that. I care about these blushes, and these blushes are stunning. These blushes have no fallout, and they are the type of blushes that you'll use hundreds of times and they don't even look like they've been used. You only need the slightest amount of this product, but it's buildable and very easy to work with, extremely long lasting, and the quality of these blushes is just out of this world. I think this is potentially the bronzer that's going to be featured in most people's videos, in most people's yearly favorites. It definitely has been for 2019. It is, of course, Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. This bronzer has such an amazing formula. It blends like a dream. It looks so delicious on your face. The best one of them all for my skin type is the one in the shade Bronzer, which you can contour with, but you can also just bronze your skin up. It smells amazing, it doesn't have any kickback, it lasts ages on your face. The packaging just makes me happy by looking at it. For my foundation, I have two foundations that I would recommend. One of them was in my last year's video, and that is the foundation that I've been using by far the most throughout 2020. And that is the foundation that I would 100% recommend to everyone. I think it's one of the most flawless foundations. I mean, both of these foundations are the most flawless foundations that I've ever tried. They're both full coverage foundations, but they are not the foundation that would really clog your face or enhance your pores. This foundation from Catrice, HD Liquid Coverage Foundation, that lasts up to 24 hours, which is actually a pretty true claim. This foundation is extremely long lasting, despite this being the fullest coverage foundation that will cover all your freckles, all your imperfections, all your discolorations. This definitely has a second skin effect where it blurs my pores, it makes my skin look very airbrushed and just very nice in general. I found this packaging to be extremely messy. Wherever I use it, whenever I travel, this foundation gets everywhere whenever I use this, just because this packaging is so messy and I don't like it. But the product inside is what matters the most, and I would always recommend it to you guys. This Physicians Formula, the Healthy Foundation, SPF 20 Brightening Complex for all skin types. This foundation also has an amazing coverage. It's actually very comparable to this Catrice foundation in terms of how it looks like, because it also has this second skin effect. It's also very full coverage. It also doesn't accentuate your pores. I love the packaging of this one more than Catrice one, just because this comes in a doe foot and massive doe foot applicator. These are the best foundations that I've ever used. I prefer the Catrice one for its scent. This Physicians Formula foundation, the only downside of it is the fact that it smells horribly. It smells like paint. It has a very strong paint-like smell, and I really don't like the smell of this. So that's the only downside. I don't enjoy putting this on just because of the smell. It smells like soury paint. I really don't like the scent of this, but the product inside is amazing. I have this very random palette that I bought ages and ages ago from Makeup Revolution that I actually have fallen in love with this year, and I wasn't sure whether I should talk about it or not because it's very old. And initially I made a review video about some Makeup Revolution products where I tried this palette and I didn't even like it that much, and ever since I've used it a handful of times until 2020. Then I decided I want to branch out with makeup and try different colors and different looks. So I've decided to start using this palette, and I actually kind of fallen in love with it. This is Makeup Revolution Salvation Palette, Ultimate Color Chaos Palette. I've been really into colorful shadows this year. I feel like just like many people, and this palette is very colorful. It was one of very few colorful palettes that I had in leaves when I started using it early this year, and I started really liking the looks that I came up with. Now, the problem that I had with this palette before, when I initially made a review about it, was the fact that all these circular shadows are pretty average, if not say they're just not good. They're powdery, they're not very pigmented. However, the rectangular shadows in this palette are on a different level. And I will swatch you a few that I truly like and I've been using loads. This navy color is exceptional. You can use it as a liner, you can use it as a shadow, you can use it underneath your eye. It's just exceptional. This dark green, forest green color, it looks like this. Amazing pigmentation, again, as you can see, very buttery. This pink color here, it's just perfect. It's a matte, but it's a matte done incredibly well. I also absolutely adore this green here. I love this all over my eyes. It has such a beautiful hint of gold in it. I mean, these swatches just speak for themselves, and this palette not only swatches amazing, it also looks amazing on the eyes. The product that I've never spoken about on my channel before, but I've been loving so much throughout this year, it's this lip liner from Wet n Wild. This is gel lip liner in the color Never Petal Down. This is a retractable lip liner which I have absolutely been loving and wearing so much throughout this year. I still love number 7 lip liners, the retractable lip liners, for years and years and years, and those were the only lip liners I would use. But I think at the end of 2019 I decided to buy this Wet n Wild gel lip liner. It was on sale. It cost me like £1 or £2, I think, on sale, and I tried it and I've never looked back. These are so creamy, so pigmented, so easy to use. They don't dry my lips out, but they last ages on my lips. I love the formula of gel lip liners from Wet n Wild, and I would 100% recommend this. It's so cheap yet so nice if you're on a hunt for some new great lip liners. Try Wet n Wild gel lip liners. For special events makeup, I have the same products that I recommended before, which are these 2 products. Well, I'm holding 3, but these 2 are the same product and this is from a different brand. So these Urban Decay Heavy Metal Glitter Liners are amazing for makeup for special occasions. These are glittery eyeliners that you can use all over your eyelid as a glitter eyeshadow, or you can use them very precisely as a glitter liner, as your eyeliner, or underneath your lash line. These instantly bring your eye look to another level. Back in the day when I used to live in Leeds and I would go on nights out before COVID, whenever I would wear this, I would always get people complimenting my eye makeup and ask me what's on my eyes. That's how eye-catching and beautiful these heavy metal glitter liners are. If you're not looking for an eyeliner but more of a glitter eyeshadow, then Stila Glitter and Glow liquid eyeshadows are ones to go for. They have a doe foot applicator, so they're not as ideal for eyeliner, but they're even more intense and more pigmented, so they're better to use as eyeshadows. But yeah guys, that is the end for my yearly favorites. These are all the skincare and makeup products that have changed my life in 2020. These products are gems. However, if you have any product recommendations, skincare or makeup related, let me know down in the description. Tell me what your favorite products of 2020 has been. I would love to hear from you guys. I would love to try out some new products that you guys have been loving and would recommend to me. So leave a comment, let me know what your favorite products have been of this year. But that is it, you guys. I love you so much and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!